CTV family. Catch us live on your TV.
We are on your Twitter timeline. You can follow us. It's EKSE_live. On Facebook, it's EKSE Live. Instagram, EKSE Live. Catch everything else on YouTube. It's EKSE on Cape Town TV. Do dial 021-448-0448 or email EKSE@CapeTown TV. It is the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening youth show in the motherland. We go by the name of EKSE Live. Steering this interview will be your boy Llama-Lee. Moon, thank you for choosing us as your source of entertainment. Let's roll in the Capete education, information, as well as entertainment. Thank you for choosing us as your source. This is EKSE. We're taking you right through to the hour of 5. You've done yourself a huge favor by choosing the biggest youth show in the motherland. So tell a friend to tell a friend, Uguti Iyenzeka, right here, right now. The repeats are in the mornings between 7 and 9, so there's no excuse for you to miss anything right here. Well, we're talking filmmaking, and filmmaking would be nothing without backstories. Backstories will have nothing to do without a character zabo, and how filmmakers choose their characters we do not know. Into Sibonayo Tina is the finished product, and we learn from it or we get entertained by it. Right now, I've got the utmost pleasure of interviewing a filmmaker, Yonela Simetu, who has produced a number of films, but lesithetha ngayo namhlanje is My Transgender Life. Welcome to the show and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, masiqale filmmaking. When did you fall in love with the craft, and did you go study for it, or did it come naturally?
I started out as I wanted to be what my dreams wanted to be was to be a journalist. So that didn't work out. I went to UWC and did a course called communications, language and communications. So, but after that, I didn't finish up that thing. And then after that, in 2018, like 2 years back, I joined a filmmaking school called I Am. It's based in Langa. So it's a 3 weeks course. So it's based in Langa It's based in Langa in Gugastebe, where we get those filmmakers from Germany. Yeah. Not from Germany. We get filmmakers from Amsterdam. They teach us how to do filmmaking. So I was in love. They used to go around the township, and then I used to see my friends carrying these big cameras and stuff like that. So I was always used, okay, what are they doing? I was always curious about what are they doing behind the cameras and stuff like that. So I wanted to learn that. Before that, I wanted to be a journalist. So I wanted to be in front of the camera. But now I wanted to be behind the camera, see what's happening there.
You felt more in love
behind the camera. And I joined them back in 2018. So it's like basically a 3 weeks course. But in 2019, I got to join documentary institution of South Africa, which is Doki in short. So they introduced me to this script writing, producing, directing, and writing, and everything else. And then I chose writing because they take like 16 filmmakers. Yeah. People want to be filmmakers, 16 of them, and then you pitch for 3 weeks. And then after that 3 weeks, they choose like 4 people that we're gonna shoot stories from that has the interesting stories. And My Transgender Life was one of them. So I was lucky to be the writer and director of that. I chose My Transgender Life because it relates to me in a way, because I chose that story because I was curious about transgendered people, how they live their life. I didn't know like there's this side of life since I'm a gay person myself. So the LGBTQI society, I didn't know it that much until
because
I
it's
get
so
to
vast.
exactly
It's so different. Nobody is the same.
And then you can never say you know much. And then when it comes to straight people, I don't want to use that word, but okay, straight people, heterosexual. I wanted to use that word. Heterosexual people. When it comes to heterosexual people, they think that when you gay, and then when you like transgender, it's all in the same thing. It's all in the same thing. So I wanted to take out that ignorance from the people, like take the difference out between me and Simamkele, my character, and showcase her as this kind of person, this loving person, this transgendered person, and get to tell her story beautifully. She got to tell her story beautifully, and she made me learn a lot about other stuff that I didn't even know about. And when it comes to the doctor, there's a doctor there in my film, Dr. Kevin Adams. I didn't even know there was like doctors that can do that can do transgender surgeons about transgender people, like removing a penis to making it a vagina, and then making the vagina into a penis. My world was not even there, and I didn't even expect that when I was like making my transgender life. So Simamkele has shown me like a different side of her, and I feel very related to her because we're all different, but we have like the same struggles.
Yeah.
We have the same struggles. I struggled as a boy when I was growing up because I didn't know what was happening to me. I didn't know what was happening. Everyone else in my family, everyone else in my street. Let me make an example about boys. You grow up with boys, with your peers, and then they have girlfriends and other stuff, and then I didn't pay attention to that.
Because you're not interested.
Exactly. I didn't know that I was not interested at that time because I had girlfriends. I had girlfriends.
You did?
I had girlfriends, but we didn't go there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go there. It was all about like, okay, peer pressure. Got to get into it. Everyone has a girlfriend. I have to have a girlfriend. Everyone, and I was the prettiest. I was the prettiest of them all. So I was like, okay, if they can get a girlfriend, I can get a girlfriend. But I didn't have feelings for them like that much. And then when I moved to Cape Town, that's when I started to see, okay, this is how I'm supposed to live my life.
Yeah, because 0 to 1.
Exactly, because Cape Town is like the place to be. I know, because Cape Town is like the gay-friendliest capital in our country. It's like, I was like, okay, this is what I was supposed to do. And people kept on calling me Morphy, Morphy, Morphy all the time. And I didn't even know what that means to me because I'm not used to it. I'm from the Eastern Cape. I'm not used to that, being called that kind of name, being called names and stuff like that. So I started following up on this stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, this is me. This is how I'm supposed to be. And then I started out dating guys, and I was like, okay, this is me. And then I started realizing this is my life. And then, okay, it's not like I didn't know. Yes, I didn't know at first, but it's not like this is, it was like
a transition,
a matter of discovering yourself.
Yeah.
I discovered myself, and I fell in love with myself, and I accepted myself.
Speaking of acceptance, do you feel like people that knew you back then having girlfriends and not knowing that you are a homosexual, when did you come out?
No.
Okay, but it became evident that you are not straight to the people that are close to you. How did they accept those news?
I was always like this. So I had a friend of mine, a best friend of mine, didn't take those news like very well. He didn't take them because he was like close to me. We used to sleep in the same bed together. We used to play together like all the fucking time. Oh.
Yeah, excuse the language.
We used to play together all the time. So he didn't understand it when I came back from Cape Town. This is where I discovered myself.
Yeah.
So when I came back from Cape Town to the Eastern Cape, he was like, how could you? How could you sleep in the same? Because he had those like things in his mind, like, this is what you wanted in the first place. This is why you wanted me in the same bed in the first place, which is, I didn't even know myself before that, and I didn't have to explain myself to him.
Of course.
So we kind of separated for like a good 3 years.
Yeah.
So after 3 years, and then he came back to his senses, and then he was like, okay, because he was all clamped up in in growing up in the
environment that
in the rural
was not
areas,
open to
in the rural
situations like
areas,
these.
and then you're not used to that stuff. And then he went to live in Port Elizabeth. That's where he saw everything else, and there was like that kind of enlightened him. Okay, this is what's what. Okay, and then when he came back, he was like explaining to me, okay, I'm sorry about this and this and this and that. I was never like this, and I never came out to my parents. I never came out to anyone, because I was always like this.
Yeah.
So everyone accepted me like
So
this,
nothing
and I
to
didn't
them
have
came as a
explain it.
surprise.
Not at all.
Okay, by doing so, le project yenzile no simamkele no my transgender life, you'd say that it was not only you learning, but it was also an opportunity for you to teach whoever is going to be watching the film.
Yeah, that was also, I was also challenging the government because you find out in the Western Cape, you kind of wait for like a whole 25 years to like become transgender and do your whole surgery. And
Is it
stuff
that
like
long?
That. It is that long. And then the doctor told me it's like kind of the procedure that it's kind of what people need to be told. Like it's not 25 years at all. It could take like more than 50 years also. And Simam Kele was 19 years last year. So he had to wait like till he was 40 something to become the woman she wants to become. She is a woman, yes, but to mold and become everything that she says she wants in the film, because she wants a vagina and then she wants breast.
What I don't understand is, it will take 25 years for Usima to get an operation?
Yeah, if that's only if you register yourself into becoming what you want, into transition from a boy and to a girl.
Do they say why it takes 25 years?
They don't say why, because they also say they only do it 4 years, 4 days a year. They can get like 4 days a year, a whole year. They get 4 days a whole year, and then it's because of resources. They said, they said it's because of resources that the Curtis Care Hospital, they said it's because of resources that they do this and stuff like that. And then because of transgendered people are not like prior to like the other surgeries and stuff like that, because you get your leg broken and stuff like that, and then they put it together. But when it comes to those kind of surgeries, it takes like 25 years to do it. If you register it and then you wait for 25 years. And then when you do it in a private hospital, then it could take like tomorrow. You can do everything tomorrow if you have like 450,000 to 600,000.
Because
So
I remember
it's ridiculous.
Bruce Jenner was a man.
Exactly.
And then the next thing, she is Caitlyn Jenner, because we say America.
Exactly.
So what are
because she had money.
and she had money. What are the activists, the LGBTQI, say and feel about the situation in?
The activists only concentrate. You know, I went to the fact that I was doing this film. I even knew I didn't even know that there was an organization that focuses only on transgender people in observatory. So I was like, okay, this is the learning process for me, and this is the learning process for Sima also.
Yeah.
She didn't even know what to do after this and this and this and that, just because she can feel, and then she is who she is, and she didn't know what steps to take. So my film was to like put her through the process, and now my film is like going international, telling the stories of this individual woman that wants to change into a very respected woman in the community, because they don't respect her, because the doctor says it's not about how you were born. It's all about how you feel.
Yeah.
If she feels like she's a she, and then you must use the pronouns she.
Yeah.
And then if she feels like a he, then you must use the pronouns. And she prefers she's than he, and stuff like
cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Yonela talking about the transgender and the LGBTQI community throughout. Keep it locked right here on EKSE. We'll be right back. As we have we'll get to see the film that we're talking about. This is EKSE Live. If you just joined us, Sizobwe.
CTV family, catch us live on your TV screens.
There's a journey of discovery, Kula, and you find more things about yourselves that you did not know. And when you grow up, it gets quite challenging. Kwabantu abak-challengeayo ufuna uzibona uba ungubani, and then there are outsiders that get to dictate how you act, how you feel, how you think, and how you want to present yourself to the world. So that's why we're putting issues like these in the forefront, so that we open a conversation, so that people who are ignorant or people that do not know get to know. Learning about yourself is challenging enough, and having to teach other people about yourself is another challenge. So can we please be kind to one another so that we get to live and let live? You know what I mean? Follow us on Twitter, it's EKSE_Live. On Facebook, it's EKSE Live. If you have an opinion about what we're talking about transgender and LGBTQI community throughout. Email us to ekse@capetowntv.org. Still in the studio, Yonela Simetu, who is a filmmaker, and we're talking transgenders and the LGBTQI community. If you just joined us, welcome to EKSE. This is the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening youth show in the motherland. Yonela, don't you think kengoku it warrants the doctors bazinike ixesha elitindana so that ube sure that you really wanna transform into from being female to male, or from being male to being female? Isn't that somewhat a good thing that they take some time, just in case you change your mind in a later stage?
My worry is about living your life in a body that you don't want. That's the thing. I cannot. Maybe let's make an example. I'm 20 now, and then in the next, let's say I register today, and then I have to wait 25 years, and then about 45 years, what am I gonna do with my life? How am I spending my youth, and then how am I gonna be like the others? Everyone is exploring and everyone is doing everything that they want to do, but I'm stuck in this body.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing that I'm worried about. If it's ridiculous to wait more than 10 years at least. I wanted to challenge the government to at least reduce the years that that's put there for 25 years. Is ridiculous. And the money also.
Yeah.
And the money also, if you don't have 400,000, that's like $500,000 to do the surgery for tomorrow. That's private. I believe if you're a Simamgele and then you come from a background from the township, and then you don't have that kind of money,
because you're underprivileged,
that is like a dream to you. That will never come true. It's a dream that will never come true.
When do we take these wishes seriously? Like a boy who's 7 and she feels like, I'm a girl trapped in a boy's body, or a girl who is 12 and she feels like, hi man, I'm a boy trapped in the wrong body. When do we take people seriously? Because those are minors.
You know, it's funny because it's not usual here in South Africa, but in the US, at the age of 7, what you just mentioned now, the girls, boys know what they want at that age, and then the mother, the parents, they take you through that journey, to become who you want to be and stuff like that. So at the tender age of 13, you already know you want to go this and then you want to go this direction or the other direction, which is how I discovered myself also. This is how I discovered myself. I grew up and then I didn't even know what was happening. And then by the age of 13, I knew what was happening, but I didn't even know what was really happening. You know, when you get those kind of parents that coach you through that, then at the age of 13, you should know what you want. And then you can remove that penis. And then your parents would have saved up like so much money to like get you there. And then do the surgery and stuff like that. But it's unusual. It's not usual. It's not like usual here to like do those kind of things. You kind of discover yourself when you like 15, 18 and stuff like that. And you'll be like, oh, okay, this is how I want to wear my dresses. This is how I want to wear my pants. And then Simamkele is the kind of girl that wear dresses. She loves, she's comfortable in dresses. And then if you watch the film, there's a film that I did before this one. And then she said that there was a mother there. Her mother said she used to wear her sister's panties at the tender age of 5 when she was taking her to crash. And she would wear her panties and put pegs here on the side so that they fit her. And then that's what she wanted. So at that age, you already know what you want. You just want someone, you just have to have someone who can mold you to being there. Just because we have black parents are like, I don't know how to explain it to them. Because if you watch my film, her mother argues that if she goes to the bush, if she goes to initiation school, then she's gonna come back and then she's gonna change her mind about wanting this. And then that's an argument because she says, I will go to the bush just for the sake of going there. But when I come back, I'm gonna remain the same person that I was. Okay. I'm just gonna wear my clothes and then come back.
You know, we've been talking about Usimamkele. I feel like the people need to hear Usimamkele in her own voice. Yes. This is a film produced and directed by Yonela and the characters. Welcome back to it, ladies and gentlemen. You can email us to EKSE@capetowntv.org or call us on 021-448-0448. Remember, we're still busy with those audience surveys. We'd like to know, how do you like viewing Cape Town television when you're watching your favorite programs? What language do you prefer listening to? Is it isiXhosa, English, or Afrikaans? Sesotho, Sezulu, Nobangepina. And if you're not watching Cape Town television, what device are you using to watch your favorite programs? Is it a laptop? Is it your cell phone? How much data do you use? And how many days and how many times a day do you hop onto those channels? Do you use your own data or do you go to Wi-Fi free zones so that we're able to use the internet? Let us know. Hop onto Facebook, Ukangelo Cape Town TV, and participate on our survey. We implore you to do so because we are serving the community, and this is the People's Channel. If you just joined us, Yonela Simetu, who is a filmmaker and not fluff. He's talking about things that are relevant today, things that should have been relevant yesterday. Yes. Abantu mebakudala bazazi, but I do not know whether ignorance or people were scared. Why do you think that being gay is, or bisexual, or transgender, why is it a hoo-ha the life that they're living right now?
I think people, since you said ignorant, I think people have been ignorant and been focusing only on one thing. And like, if you're male, you're supposed to date a female. If you're female, then you're supposed to date a male. Not knowing there's a third gender. Talking about the third gender, there's people who like people because of who they are. Yeah. If I like you for you, and then that's it. Yeah. And that's love for me. That's love for me. You can never win over love and stuff like that. And then you can never fight love. People think that being gay is like satanic. They use that. They even go to quoting from the Bible that God didn't create Adam and Steve, and then they created Adam and Eve. So Adam was male, Eve was female. So the Steve kind of gets you to like thinking, okay, Steve is a female, is a male name, and then Adam is like a male name also. That's not even,
Doesn't make
clashing.
sense.
That's clashing
so
for other
silly.
people. So there's like, this is what I don't understand. Like some people accept us for who we are, and then I don't understand how come other people are fighting this. How come other people are fighting this? Because if it is natural, it feels natural to me. If it feels natural to me, then it is natural. So I don't understand why people would fight how I feel, and then while I'm not even paying attention to what you feel.
Especially if it has nothing to do with them.
Exactly.
What do you wish that the people knew about the LGBTQI community?
I wish people could stop judging us. I just wish people could stop judging us and love us for who we are, because we accept people as who they are. And then you find that from our families also. Families accept us sometimes, and then families get this kind of embarrassment. They feel embarrassed when there's like community people talking about this and this and this and that. And then that brings that whole aura into the house, and then you feel a different way. If the people out there calling you gay and stuff like that, and then you feel, yes, you feel comfortable here at home, and then outside there, and then you feel a different type of way, because people are using it in a different way. Because you know the word morphe, I like it a lot, because where I stay, they use it like to like explain me, to like it's like a definition of who I am. It's like saying gay. It means gay, but some other people use it differently. Yeah. And you should pay attention to people who use it differently.
Yeah, just because Yonela, you guys likes the word morphe, it doesn't mean that you should go around calling gay morphe. He's the one that is comfortable being called the name, because don't you dare come to me and call me that name.
Where I live.
We are not friends. Nah. No.
We just met. Like 2 seconds ago.
You know, what did you learn about Simamgele while doing this film?
Simamgele is a beautiful, sophisticated woman. She loves herself like she loves herself. She loves the way she looks. She loves the way she dresses. But she's afraid of the community. She's afraid of what the community is gonna say.
Let me tell you about Simamgele. We were at a funeral last weekend. She was wearing her hair, her high heels. She looked beautiful, better than other girls, guys. Yeah. You know, she rocks.
It is like that.
You rock.
Always like
and I don't know why she's scared or skeptical or because she does not possess umdu or comfortable.
If you look at her, she's always comfortable. She's always comfortable around friends. Yeah. And around and just close friends. And if you what you're saying now, she doesn't look the way the way she's afraid. But looks can be deceiving sometimes. You can see she has like big like shoulders, but that doesn't define her as like that. And then one thing that people should learn about being transgender is firstly to differentiate between sex and gender, because people don't differentiate the difference between sex and gender
and sexuality.
Exactly. There's like 3 things, and then sex you get when you get sex. It's what you're born with. It's either it's a vagina or a penis. And then when it comes to gender, it's what the society perceives you. Like if they see me as like very what do you call it?
Flamboyant.
Very, very flamboyant. So they should classify me as female. They classify me as that and stuff like that. So if you see someone like Sima, you could be afraid, like, but deep down in her heart, she's a softie.
Well, what are the silliest questions that you had straight people ask you about gay people?
About me?
No, yeah, about the whole LGBTQI community.
Oh, how do you guys do it? I hate that question. How you do it?
Oh, who's the girl?
Who's the girl and who's the boy? And I'll be like, my response would be like, I don't know. I don't know what to say because you guys are asking me a stupid question. It's the stupidest question. It's the bedroom stuff. The bedroom stuff doesn't have to be like transparent as any other
because
thing.
It has nothing to do with
exactly.
them, right?
It's me and you in bed. And then who else is... I'm not involved with anything else in other people's lives. Sure. So that's why I always concentrate on my life and then concentrate on the people that love me for me. And then in order to be like this kind of person who accept other people and accept everything else that happens around you, because we get the biggest struggles ever. Everyone else it's not even here in Cape Town only, in other countries and other are still struggling with people who talk to them like they're not even supposed to be here. Like it's something you were born with. You should nurture it. It's your life and you should live it the way you want to.
For the people that are watching right now and they feel like, Yonela is speaking to me right now and I do not know where to go to, I need help, I need acceptance. Are there any places closer to them, like centers or organizations that assist people that are in that kind of a situation?
What I can advise them, if you are transgender, because I was concentrating, because me, myself, I didn't go to any organizations. I just learned to accept myself as who I am, and then learn to make the people, the community accept you the way you are. Just tell them if you feel like they're offending you in a way, then you're supposed to tell them. And about transgender people, then you can go to this place called Gender Dynamics here in Observatory. They concentrate, they fight for transgender human rights. So they're all about transgender people. They can tell you all about being transgender. What does it mean to be transgender? What do you need? How do you feel about being transgender? How can you go about in doing this kind of surgeries? That's where you go to Hospital Hospital, and then you meet up with Kevin Adams there. Kevin Adams there has his own private practice, and then you can go to his private practice in, where is it again? Sorry.
We put it on our social media platforms for you to find out. There are a lot of places, like Yonela has said, Gender Dynamics. I know there's E-Triangle Project and a lot. If you hop onto Facebook and go EKSE Live, we're going to give you more information. And don't be afraid to contact us. Go EKSE@capetowntv.org. Before we let you go, are there any other projects that you're going to be working on in the future so that we look out for them and we go view?
Yeah, I have like lots in mind. I'm writing.
Sure.
That's how a filmmaker is like. You have to write and stuff, and then you just put it in your diary. Everything else. I just worked on a story now. I was producer this time, not being director. I was producer. I was working on this project for Sasa, this other lady that lives off of Sasa. It's called, the film is called It's Not Enough.
Sure.
So
450
you should just, I don't know, you're just going to have to find out what I'm talking about when I say it's not enough.
Okay, cool stuff.
Exactly.
We'll look out for that. Once it's out, please come back to EKSE so that this is an EKSE exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, Yonela Simetu, filmmaker, director, doing all things filmmaking, because Yonke Lendo Ayenzayo is not only for his entertainment, but for us to learn as well. Thank you for choosing EKSE as your source of entertainment and education this afternoone. We'll see you tomorrow when we bring you another episode of the biggest weird show in the motherland. My name is Llama-Lee. Thank you for choosing us. Follow us on Twitter, EKSE_live. Right now, it's time for us to bounce out of here, and we're not leaving you alone. Amanda Black with Amazulu. Goodbye, so long, and have a good evening.